Chester Pennington.
All right.
Head down.
We are on. Make sure we're not jerking around like we were last time.
Fucking
No, looks like we're moving.
Chester Bennington. Yeah?
Yeah.
Going good? Sweet. What was causing all the...
Really high, so we don't know when we're going to start.
Yeah.
Don't you have an intro, Teddy?
Chester Pennington.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Come on, Chester Pennington would have it.
Yeah.
Dude,
You don't have
you're
it?
so fucking high.
You don't have it. All right, never mind. I got it.
Oh
Yeah.
shit. Interception.
All right. Welcome to the our first attempt, well, second attempt at a video episode of the RedEye Report. I'm here with Oracle. He's got some shameless self-promotion going on in the background there, and this beautiful, which is also what he calls his asshole. The
Yep.
endless beautiful.
It is. It's always streaming too.
All right. Also with the beanie cap over there, we got Ashtray. I just saw some lights outside your house there, Ashtray. You all right?
It's all right. Just so
Cops coming?
a little bit of red, but we see the blue flickers, then you get worried.
All right. Cool. Is that a leg sticking out from under that blanket over there?
A leg? No, that's just Tootsie. Tootsie.
Oh, all right. I just want to make sure. It wasn't like,
God damn it, Tootsie.
Then we got Teddy. Teddy has eaten an edible and is super fucking high. So he's probably not going to be doing very much this episode. And he's also black. At least I'm Mystic. You can't see me because, let's be honest, you don't want to. And this is the RedEye.
Not bad.
He's so large, he fills up the camera.
Yeah, tonight we're talking about UFOs, unidentified flying objects of the alien sort. Teddy, ask us some shit.
Yeah,
I think
Teddy.
somebody else is gonna have to do this. Holy fuck!
Well, my question is, do y'all believe in aliens and UFOs and shit?
Oh,
Do y'all believe that they exist?
All right,
It's
round the table.
such
Oracle.
a groundbreaking question.
All right.
Yeah,
So
right.
It is.
aliens.
It is a garbage question. Don't you ever fucking question.
Okay.
Goddamn.
Aliens for sure. I mean, just the chances. I mean, they've got to be out there, right? Just the possibilities with all the different worlds out there, and they're finding all these different planets that have like fucking water now, and even in our solar system, like stuff underneath the ice. Honestly, I totally think that they're gonna find, like, even if it's like those tube worm things, down by the vents or whatever, they're gonna find shit like that.
On Titan.
Yeah, on Titan and those other moons and stuff like that.
Well, and we're thinking in our dimension too, and not dimension, but like we're, what is it, nitrogen-based beings? What if there's something other, or carbon or whatever?
We're
You know what I'm saying? What if there's okay? So what if there's like fucking hydrogen-based beings that we don't know about,
Right, that's true.
or we're not really looking for?
Well, we
You
might
know what I
even
mean?
be
Those
looking
are-
at them already, and we wouldn't even
Right.
know it.
Those are technically aliens. They're not fucking, Independence Day aliens with like shields and shit, but missiles,
not.
missiles.
Fuck that shit.
No.
Yeah, but I
right.
guess I don't know about like fucking alien spacecraft coming here.
Look at Teddy just
He's lost.
looking off in the distance.
I think that is a lot of like sensationalism. I think there's definitely a pattern there, and it coincides with like science fiction or whatever's going on with religion at the time. It's a cultural kind of phenomenon.
Oh, the UFO?
Yeah, like UFO, or even beyond, before that, with like different religious fucking experiences. So I guess I don't necessarily subscribe to like the fucking Roswell, okay, UFO coming down, the Greys or whatever they're called, that kind of thing. But that's my take.
But he does believe in the lizard people.
Yeah,
For meat.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
what do you think, Ashtray?
I mean, it's like there's all probability that it's got to be. As far like alien life, yes. And there's a paradox. I think it's called the Fermi paradox, after Enrico Fermi, who, like, as scientist nerds did back then, they're sitting at the lunch table and they're all like, well, if there's the probability is there's intelligent life, why don't we never see him? And this is as they were working on, get the fuck out of here, cat. This was
Wow.
As they were working on the atomic bomb, and they're like, well, maybe, when life forms become so intelligent, they destroy themselves. So they never get to like where they could actually travel interstellar distances. But who know, who's to say that? I'm sure there could be other life forms that, like, I don't know, don't have emotions.
That's
like
true.
Spock.
Well,
they might not have the stupid human animal difficulties like we do.
right. And I think
get in
that
the way of
conflict
us.
and stuff like that, I think a lot of that is driven by like biology down at its most like deepest level. And of course, like stupid intellectual stuff gets caught up in that mix, but at the very base of it, it comes down to passing on your genetic material or whatever, and the things that go into that. So if aliens are not, if they don't have those same, restrictions or whatever, then they wouldn't be making nukes.
Or hopefully, if they've evolved enough to master technology to travel this far, to a whole separate solar system, maybe they also like mastered getting along and not fighting over fucking tax bills and
That's
whether
true.
the government's shut down.
Right.
Well, who's to say they can even find us?
That's,
Well,
I mean, no, we're the
Right.
proverbial needle in a haystack.
true. Well,
there's
there's that, but the thing is, we're already at a point now where we can start to pinpoint planets on other stars in the Milky Way galaxy, and we can read based upon that planet size and the sun size, by just measuring the difference of that planet when it passes that sun. We can tell if it's in that Goldilocks zone now.
Yeah, but that's just in the Milky Way.
Yeah, but the Milky Way is still like billions of stars.
Okay.
That's the galaxy. There's a lot of shit going on just in the Milky Way.
Right, I get that, but think about the shit that had to happen for us to become the intelligent life forms that we are. And the chances of that happening on another planet in another solar system and them being able to find us is outrageous. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the Milky Way is just a tiny little galaxy. We don't even know how big the fucking universe is. They could be 7,000 light years away. They don't fucking know where to look. Do you get what I'm saying? I think that there are
they have
other
a rough
intelligent life
idea
forms
of
out
the
there.
universe.
I think we're just positing at this point.
Well, of course we
know.
are, because we're not Googling it. How big is the universe?
That's
Hey,
the
Google,
craziest sounding laugh I've
How
ever
big
heard.
is the universe? Oh,
8
he doesn't
billion light
understand.
years old.
Hey Google, how big is the universe?
My apologies. I don't understand.
He's retarded. He doesn't.
Yeah, oh, way to go, fucking Google.
Yeah, fuck you, Google. Should have gotten an Amazon.
Yep.
Anyway, I believe there are aliens. I think,
Like
but like I
gray
said,
aliens?
Well, we know space
No,
is 13.
I think that's kind of just a fucking cultural phenomenon.
13.8
It's kind of like a
billion years
religious
old.
thing.
What do you think about Ancient Aliens?
I like the show
I've never
as a
watched it.
background thing. Just kind of like they pose questions where you're kind of like, that makes sense. That makes sense. You know, but you know it's all bullshit. I think that's that Sukada's guy or whatever. He's
Is
like
that the guy with the crazy hair?
name dude. Yeah, the crazy hair dude. That dude's fucking great though.
Yeah, he is pretty great. Lots
Anyway.
of acid.
What do you think, Teddy?
I think they do exist.
Like gray
Um,
alien ones?
I forget I can't pick my nose on air anymore.
Teddy thinks he's skateboarding right now.
Yeah, yeah.
I feel like I was just eating fucking
Like what kind
Cookie.
Don't fall asleep on us, Teddy.
Like what?
I'm not gonna fall asleep.
What kind of aliens though are we talking, Teddy?
I just people that are not from this planet.
That come here that visit in like silver discs and steal cow fucking livers.
Exactly.
All
Cow
right.
livers are, the best. I don't know. To me, it's there are those. Did you see those recent videos they released of like basically was previously classified UFO like objects in the sky what the fighter jets were recording with their cameras?
Oh, I heard.
That was
about
pretty
those.
impressive. Like they said, it was the
a
size
legit
of like
thing?
a school bus. Well, yeah. I mean, unless the government, here's extra conspiracy, decided to make it up because they want people to believe that there are aliens out there, but they know there's none at all. We're alone.
Well, so
Dun,
wait
dun,
a
dun.
second. They don't have any explanation.
No, they've admitted that they say they're not going to say it's alien. I mean, for them, it's for anything they think it could be some advanced weapon or drone but they said the way this thing was holding formation and moving was like they have no explanation for it.
Really?
Came out recently, like,
And it's like legit military. This isn't some hoax fucking thing.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
remember seeing that where that
That
guy
was,
was flying the SR-71 Blackbird,
Oh,
which
that
at the
thing is
time was
fucking
the fastest
ridiculously
fucking
fast.
jet in the world. Yeah,
I think it
and
is.
He said that
Still.
is it,
Yeah.
and he said that it left him standing still basically when it took off.
Really?
Yeah, he said that's how fast it was going. It could have outrun his missiles.
Well, that thing's I mean, the SR-71 was insane. I mean,
Right. Yeah, but, I mean, I don't know how many fucking times the speed of sound that fucker does, but
Right.
it's fast.
Right. Huh. I guess I'll have to look that up because that's crazy.
yeah. Oh, here we go. Pentagon study. Dun, dun, dun. Yeah, this thing's fucking moving like a son of a bitch. Let's see.
Moving like a son of a bitch.
Oh, shut up, fireman subs. I don't care.
Firehouse subs, those are
Or what
delicious.
They look delicious, but this ad. Anyways,
All right, I'm gonna play this
Here.
fucking video.
I keep looking at Teddy. It's so good.
this is. According to the Times, an advanced aviation threat identification
CNN?
program was launched in 2007. Look at that thing move
Hold
with
on.
the cloud.
Oh yeah.
So Department of Defense. Yeah, this wasn't that long ago. December 19th of 2017.
It's weird how it's black, or did they black that out?
Well, I think it's like a thermal camera.
Thermal, it's probably a thermal cam.
There's a whole fleet of them. Look on the ASA. My gosh. They're all going against the wind. The wind's 120 knots from the west.
It's just
Oh,
like,
dude.
see how it pivots? I don't know if you
That's
got
not
that far.
how this though, is it?
But it
It's
looks
not
like
even
a big, like they described it there, like a 40-foot long tic tac,
It's rotating.
the size of a small bus.
40-foot long tic tac.
And it just kind of like, it's flying against the wind at 120 some knots, and it's just like, doop, like turning and pivoting, like it's completely defying logic, or I mean not logic, physics of the our logical understanding of physics, anyways.
That's
So
kind of weird. Okay.
And that's one of those things where they're
You
like,
might
"Yep,
be convincing me.
This is something we don't have an explanation for, unless it's a conspiracy where they actually created that whole thing to make it seem like there are maybe."
Oh, okay. And the moon landing happened on a lot in Santa Monica.
Exactly. Oh, it was just a black dome, and they just drilled some holes in.
There was no wind.
And no stone.
How was that flag blowing?
Teddy, are you asleep?
I hear his.
No, I'm good.
He's awake. He's alive.
I'm good. I'm good.
Ah, look at him.
I'm good.
Wake up, son of a bitch. Ask us more alien questions. This is your idea. Come on, Teddy. Teddy, he's falling asleep again already.
I'm good. I'm good.
Oh man, we got a
Have you been
live
abducted?
fucking camera. We could.
Teddy, have you been abducted? Ever?
I've not been abducted.
Oh,
Teddy.
dude, when I was a kid, I had I had night terrors for years and years growing up.
Really?
When I first started getting them, I
Terrible.
seriously thought I was being abducted by aliens.
No, was it a sleep paralysis type thing?
Well, it
or-
was like sleep paralysis, and then you see shit, and
my buddy had at least only, as far as I know, one or maybe two experience, but like he described it like you're in your bed and you look around and it looks like little like gremlins or something, like you see like shadows of like something moving around you. And you can't get up to defend yourself.
Well, I mean,
dude, that would freak me the fuck out.
Well, that's the thing. Like, that's freaky. But then there have been times like where I could get up to defend myself. So I was like, I'm swinging the lamp around in the dark.
Oh wow!
Oh, that's right. You told me those stories.
Or
your
like
dad was
I knocked myself
trying
out.
to wake you up, and
like because whatever your brain, it's supposed to paralyze you while you're sleeping, and if it lets go, you just fucking
just stops working.
Right?
It's like those dogs that get up and start running into walls.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
that's what you're doing, man. But it's weird because you're like in this like intermediate space, like you're dreaming, but there's a different logic, or you're awake, but there's a different logic because you're dreaming. Like I've had conversations before with people while I was dreaming, and I could remember the conversations afterwards, but the logic didn't make sense.
You've also masturbated.
Yes, I am.
You sleep beat.
Sleep beat. Yes.
Sleep beat.
That's a great band name.
Yeah. I once peed on a friend's feet, but it was probably because I was really fucking wasted.
You were just drunk. Oh, that's fucking great, dude. Awesome. Anyway, so I don't know, man. Let's go around. What's your favorite alien movie?
Who's first?
It could be a documentary. It could be regular. I'll go first. I think mine is probably either The Fourth Kind. It freaked me the shit out.
Haven't seen it.
Still didn't watch that.
We watched that for a movie review.
I guess.
Really early on.
I think it was really early, before I started.
Remember that documentary? It was like that fake documentary where she's a psychiatrist.
Yeah, dude. I remember
Alaska.
that. That was good. I
like
loved
when my favorite part though is when they're listening. She gives her recorder to her assistant.
Oh my god!
And all of a sudden she just starts screaming, and you hear that fucking dude like in ancient Sumerian, like whoa no we no. I'm like, what the fuck?
Dude, that shit was fucking freaky. That was good.
Yeah. Either that or what's the fucking I forgot the Fire in the Sky. I really thought that was
that's
cool.
the one that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
And it kind of like it really gave it kind of had an alternate reasoning behind why aliens all look like the Greys. Why people think they look like Greys. And it's
Was that
because
it was their suits?
that's their spacesuit. Like our spacesuits. Everyone,
Yeah.
if people wouldn't know what we looked like if they just met us with our fucking NASA suits on or whatever. So, I don't know. I
Teddy.
thought it was cool.
Are they
Teddy,
just
what
like,
about you?
What's your favorite alien movie?
Favorite alien movie, Teddy?
All right.
I'm
Ashtray.
thinking.
Oh, okay. We'll come back to you. Ashtray, what's your favorite
Awesome.
alien movie?
Oh, of course, it's the Alien series.
Yeah, I figured.
I've had a hard on for that series since I was like 10. My mom's friend like had, all the fucking horror movies on VHS, and so she would lend them to me. Or I remember
Be Kind, Rewind.
Aliens, like having to. I was falling asleep in my living room and like seeing the kitchen door, or I mean not the kitchen door, bathroom door at the end open, but it's like pitch black in the bathroom. I was falling asleep in my living room and imagining the fuck was that myself? I just heard.
Yeah, that was you. I was just pumped.
Jesus.
No, don't mind what's going on in the
I was like,
background.
I was like, this broke the fourth dimension.
Never mind, Earthling.
Yeah, I'm listening to myself talk about being a scared child, imagining the alien queen coming out of the bathroom in the dark
And sucking your dick.
Yeah, have it all.
Xenomorph.
Yeah,
On my balls.
that's
Anyway.
terrible.
All right. Teddy, you ready?
Yeah. Star Wars.
That's not an alien movie.
Star Wars.
That's right. I'm sticking with it.
I guess.
What?
There are aliens in it.
That's
But-
as much of an alien movie as Full Metal Jacket is a movie about journalism.
True.
I'm sticking by it.
All right. Star Wars. Lame answer. Ashtray. Oracle.
Ah, fuck. I think maybe Arrival was really fucking interesting. I like
Yeah,
that.
it was a cool concept. It was
Yeah.
different.
Like that was a movie that made me really feel like I was dealing with like an alien that I didn't understand, like
Right.
it was all surprising.
Well, I think it did a good job too of showing just how completely different a language
Right.
communication. I still don't really figure out how. I know they kind of gloss over with like the cool graphics, like this is how we dissected it. And it's like, ooh, this
Right.
English. It's like,
Well,
No!
read Ted Chiang. I can't remember the name of it, but it's in his book, The Anthology Story of Our Life and Others, I believe it is. And it's so much more detailed, but there's no way they could have done that on film. Like, it would not have been good if they would have done it on film.
done what on
Right.
film?
Like, if they would have just did a straight translation from his story, because that's based off of his story.
Oh, it's based off a book.
Yeah. Well, it's a
Okay.
story, and but he's like a computer programmer genius, like Ted Chiang is, and like his mind, like he gets into like the linguistics and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but it wouldn't have.
People like that think completely differently.
Yeah, like he is really fucking.
And Teddy
he's good.
knows. I took two
Yeah, look at Teddy
programming
knowing.
classes. No, I'm just saying I took 2 programming classes in my life. You have to really kind of think differently in the world to understand, like to really, really understand
Mhm.
Yeah.
computer programming.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like to me, it's a completely different concept. It is really like learning another language with a different alphabet, which is fucking insanely hard. Believe
Right.
me, I tried to learn Russian. It wasn't happening.
Way up
And I'm sure Oracle,
intense.
you know. Or
Yeah,
with
Chinese.
Chinese.
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fuck. That's even
Yeah.
completely. That's even
Dude, it's
more
not.
Like, I already
outrageous
forgot
because
all
it's
that.
just symbols. It's not. At least Russian has an alphabet, a Cyrillic alphabet that you can follow.
Yeah, but once you
Like-
get beyond that, honestly, like the language is way simpler than English.
Right, and
I'm
that's
not
what
like a
I think
master of
Arrival was
fucking
trying
Chinese
to say.
or anything.
That's the thing. Like even with computer programming, in 3 lines of a computer program, it can convey concepts and messages that we don't even know how to in 5 paragraphs of English. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like that's what, like you said, Chinese is like that, Japanese. I'm sure they can convey concepts with just a slight change in the way that whatever kanji or whatever the fuck they call that shit, the symbol is.
Yeah, or the Japanese.
So, and yeah, you're right. Arrival was really good in that aspect. I'd have to watch it again.
Yeah. Oh, there was
know.
what was that one with John Goodman where they were in the fucking bunker?
Oh, 10 Cloverfield Lane. That shit was
Dude.
fucking
Yeah.
crazy intense.
I
That was
totally did
cool.
not expect
Yeah.
that. That was a cool. I like that a lot. That was really good.
Yeah. Right on. Nobody picked Cocoon. God, that's such a
You know
great
what?
Alien
I haven't
movie.
seen
I
it.
have
I'm
never
kidding.
seen Cocoon.
You've never seen Cocoon?
Yeah, I haven't
Oh,
watched
man.
it.
Bunch of old people acting like they're young. Wilford Brimley with his diabetes. All right. Anyway, so yeah. Well, fuck it. That's our conversation about aliens. Anybody else got anything to say?
Intense. You got anything to say about fucking aliens? Do you believe in aliens?
Not just
Look at
aliens, but fucking
Intense
aliens.
Cloud 831 does. What's up? Somebody watching the chat, at least
About
Ashtray
fucking
knows.
aliens. Does he have something to say about fucking aliens?
Yeah, Intense Cloud 831.
I mean, I know they probe shit, but can we probe them?
Yeah. Well, you know, I wonder how many times have they abducted like the wrong motherfucker.
Well, I mean, what's
Some
the right
hard
motherfucker?
ass.
Some dude.
No, some dude just like won't put up with shit, you know, like
Oh,
imagine like if they abducted Oracle on
what up, pilot?
you know, he was on bath
simple.
salts.
I'm fucking bath salts. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
right.
fuck that place up.
Fucking-
I'm gonna
It just-
wreck that
I'm
UFO.
like ECE,
Yeah.
ready to just bust some fucking heads.
I'm gonna,
They abduct him. They're like, let's probe this motherfucker. He's like, Fucking
Yeah.
swing.
I'm
left
driving
and right.
that. I'm gonna fucking hijack that bitch and drive it back to their planet.
Oh shit! Right?
Exactly. Or like imagine you manage to you know, break free and, you know, smash all their weak little you know, graylings skulls, and then you're in this thing that you don't know how to run, and you're just drifting in
Fucking
space.
start
That
pushing
reminds
buttons.
me of when I was a kid. I remember driving down like some, you know, backcountry road, and there was a turtle crossing the road, and I made my mom. I was like, "Oh, mom,
Get that turtle.
we gotta get that turtle." So we got the turtle, and we put it in the car, and this motherfucker went crazy and started crawling up. And it got into like the wiring and shit, and started ripping like underneath the console, like
All up under the
yeah,
the-
like it just because it had
the
crazy
passenger's
claws. Yeah, it just started fucking going
Wow.
ape
Yeah.
shit.
Was it a snapping turtle?
No, it was just like a you know, a painted
turtle.
turtle or a box turtle or something. But you know, these basically we were aliens that picked it up
Yeah,
in
yeah.
our spacecraft.
It was scared shitless, dude.
Right?
That thing was fucking shitting its fucking shell. That's the thing. If I had told my mom that, I would have been like, "Mom, pick it up." Boom. She would have just ran it over. By the time I got the fucking set, no, I'm kidding. She wouldn't have ran it over. My dad probably would have though.
Good
Watched my
old
uncle-
dad.
I watched my uncle fucking shoot an armadillo with a 22 one time just to see if it would kill
Just
it.
To make a point.
My dad's like, of course it would fucking kill it. It isn't like
Yeah.
it's armor, not
Yeah.
steel.
Yeah, right.
Shit. He's like, I just wanted to see. I'm like, you fucking sick fuck. Anyway,
Yeah.
all right. So that's our That's a conversation
Another
about
armadillo down.
level 10 armadillo. He was only a level 7, that's why he died.
Yep.
So, yeah, that's a conversation about aliens. Now we're going to move on to the What's Sexy section of this motherfucking show. And this is where we tell you what's sexy. Let's start it out. Fuck it with Teddy. He's about to fall asleep. Tell us.
The Nintendo Lambo. It's a little thing they got coming out for the Switch. It's kind of like a VR thing. I'm high as shit, man.
Sit up, man.
Sit up, yeah.
I'm not sitting up. I'm waiting.
Come on, get up.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Gonna bully you. You can do it.
I can't.
Come on, man. Come on.
Nope,
Come
not
on.
doing it.
Anyway,
Oh,
all right.
okay.
So the Labo, tell us about it.
Someone
What's
out
going
there
on?
when you're bobbing your knees.
You guys
Nintendo
talk about
Switch.
the fucking Labo thing. I'll bring up a video of the Labo.
Can you show the lava, or do you just paste the link?
Yeah, we don't need to tell. Just yes, he can.
All
Teddy,
right,
start
I
talking.
can't find
Nobody's-
it. Hold on. Oh, here we go.
Teddy.
They got 2 packages coming out.
Come on, Jesus, Teddy.
Yeah.
Teddy.
All right. Yeah. I'm
Packages coming out.
For anybody who's just joined us, Teddy ate an edible, and
Yeah.
he probably ate too big of a one
I really did.
because now he's like,
Yeah, I really did.
who's that fucking conservative? Sorry, that really conservative Nancy Grace. That's her name. I just thought of it. She was like, ate that edible, and then she's like, I thought I was gonna die. Well, bitch, you don't eat a whole fucking brownie, you dumb motherfucker.
Dumbass.
Unless you're Teddy.
Yeah, right? Look at him. Just look at him.
So anyway,
He's
if you're watching right now, you're probably watching a video of the
Then it's
Labo.
like-
Yeah.
analysis.
So I don't really know what it is. Oracle, tell us what it is, because Teddy is way too high.
So, from what I can gather, is you get these kits. They're like cardboard kits that you assemble, and they're set up to take the motion controls off the side of the Switch, because the Switch, you can detach the motion controls, and then
Okay.
you can put the screen in. So, for instance, one is you can make a piano out of the cardboard, and you put a screen on there. Or it's got a thing where you can strap the motherfucking screen to your face, and it's like a
There goes
VR.
Teddy.
You can do make little robots
to
with
sleep.
it. You can fucking do all kinds of
He
crazy.
better not have.
You
But
make robots with it?
yeah, like robots that can walk around and stuff with like motors and shit.
Weird.
Wait,
It's
where
it's weird.
our motors come in the kit then?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean,
Got to.
it
It looks like
has
there's
to.
some rubber bands and shit in some of those designs.
But I'm
Like
telling
it almost looks like it's not Legos, but it's like a build your own kind of
Get
kit.
a
Yeah.
Rector set.
I mean, fucking Nintendo, man, they're doing some out of the box shit.
They think out of the box above
Yeah.
any other gaming company
And
out
I gotta
there,
say,
for sure.
I mean, this is going to be one of the when it first comes out. Yeah, it's going to be weird, and it's probably not going to work perfectly. But it's definitely going to be something like, oh shit, well, that's when that thing started.
At least they have some balls to try something different.
Exactly.
That's the thing about Nintendo. I don't think they give a fuck about profits as much
Oh
as
no, they don't.
Microsoft
Well,
or
they
Sony
have tons
do.
of fucking money. They.
Aren't
Right.
they still privately owned?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so, yeah.
Oh wait, no, because they had stock because
Oh.
when Pokemon Go was happening, their fucking
Oh.
stock shot up. I remember seeing that.
Okay.
But yeah, Nintendo's been fucking killing it this year.
hmm
They,
Right on.
I still have not played one of these Switches. I have no.
I haven't either. I want to get my kids one.
oh,
so.
dude, it's
So do you play with both controllers at once like this?
no. Well,
or
when you're playing handheld, it's just a handheld. It's right. You just click them right in on the side. It's like a
yeah.
fucking really.
So do you?
nice
But do
size
you
handheld.
only use the stick on one side and the buttons on the other?
No, it's. I mean, it's just like. Dude, I
'Cause
play
there's-
Yeah.
Rocket League. Like I can
Well,
play like
There's a
competitive
stick on
Rocket
both
League.
sides.
It's a controller.
Yeah, but there's a stick on
But
both
there's
sides
two
of an Xbox
controllers.
and a PlayStation
You know what I'm
2.
saying?
also.
Right. It's the same thing, dude.
But then when you play 2-player, you only get 1 stick.
Well, unless if somebody else has a controller, or what you can do, like I've done this before, where you want to play Mario Kart or something. You take the screen, which is the middle part, you prop it up, and then each person gets a little controller thing. And then the way that it's got it is you can flip the controller on its side, and then it's a controller that you can use. Because just imagine, think about it. If you have a stick on the left side and you've got a button configuration on the right side, like an X, A, B, X, Y. So imagine that you've got a diamond and you've got an analog stick on the left side. Well, you flip it. See how that works with the controller
flip
setup?
It sideways in your
you've got
D-pad
like a little mini
the A, B, X, Y.
Right, you've got a little mini controller all of a sudden.
I got you.
I mean, that's not the ideal way to do it, of course.
Ashtray doesn't get it.
Ashtray don't get it.
When it's attached to the handheld, it's one controller.
Okay.
When you detach them, you can turn them into 2, makeshift style.
Gotcha.
But it works.
Yeah. But
that's
kind
of cool.
It's fucking kick ass, and I mean, they ported Doom, like the new Doom.
Did they
to the
really?
Switch. Yeah.
How's it look?
Wow.
I mean, of course it's not like the fucking same, but this is. I mean, a Switch is no more powerful than like a Samsung cell phone. Like, it's not.
Really?
Yeah, it's.
They don't give a shit. That's the thing about Nintendo. They don't give a fuck about power. They want playability.
Right.
They want kids to have fun with it.
Right, but what they're demonstrating though is you can do a lot with not so much. And I guess they've done that before in the past too,
Right.
And it is all about the gameplay. It's all about the fucking experience, the gameplay. Zelda is amazing.
Need to get a beer.
It's
Teddy's going to fucking bed.
It's an amazing fucking
Jesus
game.
Christ. Yeah, did he leave? Oh my god. Anyway. So we're streaming live. I guess I don't know why Ashtray just left to go get a beer, but I'd like to check out the Switch. So when you plug it into the dock and it streams to your TV or whatever.
Well, it just goes straight to your TV. It's just like an HDMI.
Oh, okay, like an HDMI.
Yeah.
So when you pull the sides off the dock, off the handheld piece, is that you can make that into 2 controllers?
So what you can make that into 2 controllers, but the stock thing is it comes with a little holder thing that your controllers click into, and basically you have just a normal controller.
Oh, okay.
And then you can get a Pro controller, which is like another, just normal controller. But
can you still hook the old GameCube controllers in, or is that way back to the Wii days?
Christ, are you serious?
Yeah, I think that's a Wii Day thing.
GameCube, really?
I don't know. I don't pay attention to the Nintendo anymore.
That's 15 years ago.
Well, do you remember the Wii?
Not longer.
Was it the Wii? You could put
the Wii was the Wii U was the one before this.
Oh, okay. How was that the one that kind of was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anybody actually have one of those?
I think Teddy might have.
I don't. Teddy, I think does. I have a Wii, not a Wii U.
I had a Wii.
I never had a Wii, but enough people had them that I played it a few times.
He never had a Wii.
Never had a Wii.
All right, fuck it.
Just an X.
What's your wet sexy?
What is my wet sexy? I think it's Bluehost tech support. So I was checking some shit out, just making sure websites are going properly and everything. And I checked up on a site that I hadn't looked into for a while. Innerharsh.com actually, and
oh shit,
it wasn't up, and I'm just like, oh fuck, what's going on? So one of the things that I discovered as I've been setting up the store with Endless Beautiful is because I set up Endless Beautiful like fucking in 2012 or something. It was the same time that we did the RedEye report, and now I'm doing a store. You gotta fucking set up security and shit like that. Well, apparently the site wasn't fucking secure. It was an HTTP, and
not with an S.
Yeah, you need the HTTPS.
You gotta pay for that.
Well, no, actually you don't. So Bluehost in, and I was able to switch it over with with Endless Beautiful, but like whatever, like the other sites went down. So I go on the chat, and I've done this a couple times now, and you get somebody right away, and it's like they hook you up every time. He's like, "Hey man, you want me to hook you up with some free fucking security certificates?" And I'm just like, all right. And
the hell's a security certificate?
Well, that's what you need for the HTTPS.
Oh.
And, you know, like the last time I was in there, it's like, hey, dude, I was just looking at your account, and, you know, you could be saving some money by doing this, you know, and fucking like totally hook me up. And I love that. Whenever I go on a site, I always look for the chat option.
Yeah.
Because
I've started doing that lately too.
Dude,
I
like, you get
lot
hooked
nicer.
the fuck up.
Yeah. Well, I don't get hooked up, but it's so much faster.
Yeah.
I don't like calling, and there's some robot that tells me fucking to pick 17 different fucking options. Oh, tell me all your stuff. What's your account? Blah, blah, blah. And then you get the live person, and they ask you the same shit.
Right.
When you're on the chat, you just type in your problem. They're like, boom, fixed. See ya.
Yeah, see ya.
You know?
Fucking Amazon, I was doing that. They gave me a free microphone.
What?
I was like, hey, you know, this thing's busted. The microphone was busted. It was the second one that I got that was busted. Fucking wire was loose inside of it or something. So I was like, okay, I need to send this back. You guys didn't send me a return label. They're like, oh, you're such a great customer. Just keep it. All right. Like,
Wow.
I had something.
Chat,
it wasn't
dude.
as nice as a microphone, but I can't remember what it was. I did get they're just like, nah, we'll just take it off to basically give you a credit.
Yeah.
It's like, because they know
there's,
you're gonna spend it.
This dude that I knew at Pizza Hut, he got a camera, like an HD fucking camera, video camera in the mail accidentally from Amazon, right? And he fucking called him because he's like one of those dudes that's like, oh, I just felt bad, you know, like I didn't want to keep it, blah, blah. And Amazon's like, nah, it's insured, fuck it, keep it. Like they just let him have it. And they sent the person who was supposed to get it another one.
How much is that thing worth?
It wasn't like a super high end, but I mean, it was still $400 or $500.
Damn, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? This was years. It was probably 5-6 years ago.
Fucking
That's how that big commerce works. So we're like, it's a certain margin of write off of like,
right.
It's nothing for those guys. And
you know, they're like, well, we have
way
5,000 of those cameras in just
they're
our
just
one
sitting
warehouse.
in a warehouse. Nobody's ordering them. Fuck
yeah,
it.
And it's way better to make somebody like like if I give you a $500 camera, you're gonna fucking be a loyal ass customer.
You're ordering shit from Amazon all the time. I guarantee it.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll take their Alexa in. Sure. Yeah. Sit right next to my bedstand. Listen to me fapping.
Did you hear about that thing where some kid just kept saying Batman over and over again and ended up ordering like an $80 Batman toy? Like just using the mom's credit card that was linked to it or something?
Dude, that's fucked up.
He just said he was 2 or 3 or something, just kept saying Batman, Batman, Batman. Alexa's like, here's your Batman doll.
Alexa's like, shut your mouth. Take this.
Yeah, right? I'll buy it for you using your mom's money. All right, cool. Ashtray, what's your what's sexy?
My what's sexy is the store Dagobah, which just opened this week here in Madison, Wisconsin, on the corner of Atwood and Ohio Street.
So that's just
What's that? Anyways, Dagobah is a cocktail smoke shop. They also have like an assortment of bitters and high-end locally blown glass. And also, they carry now My Light.
Nice.
So it's the
Wasn't
fifth...
this your what's sexy last week? Sorry, my controller died.
You dumb motherfucker. It was it was what I picked last night when we decided not to record last night.
Oh, you did on our show last week. This was your what's sexy. Your new distributor for My Lights.
It probably would have been that. Yeah, they weren't open.
You brought
then.
the fucking logo. You brought the logo up on your screen. Remember? And I made the Star Wars joke.
You're right.
Like they're obviously Star Wars fans.
So this week was my what's sexy is they are open now.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, sounds like a little recycling, but that's
Stroking
cool.
my own nipples.
Gotcha. Anyway, all right. My what's sexy? I don't even know because I don't have an outline. What did I pick?
Hold on.
Don't ask Teddy.
Tom Segura.
Tom Segura. That dude
Yeah.
has a new special. He's a comedian. He has a Netflix special, and it's fucking hilarious, dude. The guy, I don't know, it's something about his delivery, and he just seems like the type of dude that doesn't give a fuck about
He's a
anything.
really big dude.
He's lost a lot. He's lost like 50 pounds, so he's smaller now, but he used to be pretty big. But
Is he a big white dude?
yeah, he's white.
Is he the guy?
I don't know about those white comedians.
That did like the Hertz commercials or something.
No.
Okay, I'm not thinking of the same guy.
Hertz commercials.
All right.
But yeah, it's just fucking funny, like just the way he talks. I don't know, man. He's got some really good bits in it. So check it out. It's on Netflix. Just added. He's also got a few other ones up there. But yeah, now fuck it. We're moving on to the fuck what you think section of the show. This is where we tell you to go fuck yourselves. The remaining three of us will anyway. So Oracle.
Teddy. What a failure.
Tide Pod Mania. What the fuck, America?
I don't even get it.
I don't either.
I don't understand why these like challenges, like they call it a challenge to eat.
It's the same thing
soap.
as drinking the rubbing out a hand sanitizer.
Yeah, right.
Although maybe this hand
That
sanitizer
was
might
like a thing that people are doing for public spectacle.
Yes.
They were doing YouTube videos of squirting hand sanitizer in their mouth and drinking it. That stuff might get you drunk. I don't know, because there might be alcohol in it. But Tide Pods, I don't think, have any booze.
I don't think they're doing it.
Is that what they're doing it? No, I
no.
think they're just doing it because it's a challenge.
It's a teenage. It's a dumb teenager thing. We've all done dumb teenager things.
Dude,
I've never eaten soap.
I mean, no, this is beyond soap. This is not like.
Well, yeah, I've never eaten fucking high intensity fucking cleaning it.
Sizzable Snail 918.
I snuck into buildings, you know. I don't know, like just this stupid shit. But
Sizzable, what do you think about Tide Pods?
Teddy,
that's some fucking dumbass shit, right?
Should we do a Tide Pod challenge? Ashtray.
Fuck no! Like this is just evolving into a Tide Pod challenge now.
No,
dude, this motherfucker once snorted Wellbutrin.
Oh, I know.
This is how it starts.
I did. It was.
Let's do it. That's the Wellbutrin challenge. Ashtray did it.
Terrible. Yeah,
give
now
us
it's
Wellbutrin. We'll snort it.
Oracle to no, don't. There's too much binder in it. It just
give it to Oracle. He'll snort anything.
Fuck no.
The Tide Pod.
Anyway, all right.
What's funny though is this Tide Pod thing. Give it another 2 weeks, and you're not going to hear anymore.
What do you? Okay, so what's the prediction? What's the next thing? What's the next challenge?
Oh man, that's a good one.
Let's see here. It'd have to be something that dumb teenagers would do. Like, I don't know, swallow Britney Spears tickets to her Vegas show. Like, literally, like, oh.
It doesn't even make any sense.
Lame. And
right.
Yeah.
Mystic, what's the next challenge?
Shit, I don't know, man. Maybe like eating a live chinchilla. Like just sucking it down.
I can see that.
Yeah, right.
It down.
Well, it's still biting your lip.
Yeah, it's tearing you apart inside.
Right.
It just comes out like alien. Blows out their chest. All right. Oracle, what's the next challenge?
Oh, shit. Maybe like some fucking jackass shit, you know, like major, because they have like the hot pepper thing. Maybe it's like pepper spray in the eyes kind of thing.
There you go. That's probably been a challenge at one point.
Yeah.
Right.
Like chugging a bottle of Tabasco. Whole bottle at one time.
No, pretty soon it'll be like signing up for healthcare. Oh my god.
The challenge of the week. Get a fucking job. Anyway. So, all right. Fuck what you think, Ashtray.
My fuck what you think is that Slimeball Larry Nasser.
Oh yeah, I've got some.
I mean,
stories about him.
It's not hard to just everyone knows about him. He's a doctor who basically gave all these like hundreds of young female gymnasts adjustments. Was like, I'm just gonna do a pretend clinical finger bang, sometimes in front of your mother.
What the fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, my fuck what you think though is that recently he wrote a 6-page letter to the judge, being like, because what she did was instead of them coming up to the witness stand and telling the court.
What the fuck?
The hell is that noise? Is that
Teddy
all from Teddy?
tripping over shit, probably.
Jesus Christ. I can hear him breathing.
Anyway.
So what they did instead, the judge did was put.
Oh, what the fuck?
She's instead of him sitting at the table by his counsel, she's put him in the witness stand, and then all the women coming up.
They just read the statements, yeah.
They read their statements, but they read their statements by like the by the prosecutor's side of the table.
Right.
And he's like, oh, this is detrimental to my mental health. It's this 4-day media circus. And he's like he's basically like trying to say that like the judge is directing these statements so that the cameras are going to catch her. I'm kind of like painting it like she's one of those, I know every once in a while they'll say certain judges are like, they know they're on TV because of this big important case.
Right.
And they kind of ham it up, but fuck this guy. You know,
well, they probably are, and who gives a fuck? Because this cocksucker ruined fucking hundreds of people's mental fucking lives. You know, their mentality.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like he needs to be eviscerated in front of everyone. And all
you know what another shitty thing is?
They're gonna record him
Did you hear about that Mackenzie chick? Her last name is Mackenzie, I think. She's a gymnast. She's a U.S. Fucking
one of
winning gymnast,
Fab Five or whatever.
And she gave her statement there, but the U.S. gymnastics team is not going to sanction her for the Olympics because of that. Because they struck a deal years ago that she signed a non-disclosure agreement about talking about in public about talking about this case.
Dude, that's
so when she fucking spoke at his trial, basically they said they could have fined her $400,000 too.
What?
They could have sued her for it.
Didn't they say?
But they were like,
her.
oh yeah, we're gonna be nice and not fine her.
Oh
she just
but
can't
we're not
play
gonna sanction
Olympics.
her at the Olympics.
Wow.
Well, whatever. She can go to Canada. They'll probably take her in as a fucking temporary citizen. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
Fuck them assholes.
Or
this
North
fucking
Korea.
dude ruined their fucking. Man,
Yeah.
can you imagine what it's like to be a vulnerable fucking girl
Oh, when you're a kid.
and have some fucking dude in authority of you? Like he's their doctor. You know what I mean? He's supposed
your
to
parents aren't doing anything either.
Yeah, man, that's fucking.
That's
all I think about is my dog.
Especially.
And I swear to God, if that fucking happened to one of them, this dude wouldn't be at trial right now. I would be, because I would have fucking found a way to fucking murder that cocksucker.
Fuck yeah.
The gall he had that he did it in front of their own mothers too. Like,
right.
The thing that's coming out now, though,
is he did it in front of their own mothers,
like
while they were in the room.
Yeah. Where he basically he would be like, well, this is a procedure, and he like would lay a towel down, like how a massage therapist like lays the thing down and like moves the thing so like nothing gets visually seen. It sounds like he did it like that, like it was very professional. Like, I'm gonna cover you up here, then I'm going
and then I'm
in.
gonna stick my fingers in your vagina.
Yeah, and then I'm going in for an adjustment.
An adjustment?
That's what he called them. Adjustments.
Wow. Like he's a chiropractor or some shit?
Exactly.
That's fucked up, man. What a fucking scumbag.
Yeah.
What did that happen in Chicago, wasn't it?
No, Michigan.
Michigan.
Michigan State University is also being. I don't know if they might be. I don't know if they're under scrutiny or maybe they're being sued as well. I think it's like a case against both USA Gymnastics because he worked for both them and Michigan State.
Right.
So it's like all these famous gymnasts, and then also like just hundreds of girls who were really good at gymnastics and want or Olympic hopefuls, and their parents would spend money and move sometimes, and it's
Right.
like they're under that pressure to do everything it takes to be the best, and this is the doctor that they see, and he says this is the adjustment you need, and some of these girls kind of like didn't they almost just are like, well, that's just the way he is, like he does. He's really he's touchy feely.
Wow. He's touchy feely. That's just anyway.
Yeah.
All right. Fuck it. I don't want to talk about this asshole anymore. Oh, Tootsie's got a sneak attack coming on you.
Oh fuck, she's gonna fuck you up. Oh,
It'd be so great if she just went apeshit right now.
You
Started
better,
attacking him,
tearing your face.
Yeah.
scratching the fucking shit out of him. Anyway, all right. My fuck what you think is fake media people, and I'm not talking about where I work. I was listening to the radio coming home the other day, and at night it's Lou Brutus. I don't know if you guys know who
Yeah,
that
he's
is.
like
Or Drive XL or whatever.
right. He's like a music guy, right?
Yeah, radio DJ, music dude, Jagoff. Anyway, so he goes, and you know how and I thought about this too, like when you go on a talk show and they have books, like people are promoting a book.
Yeah.
Like the dude's like, oh, I read your book. No, you fucking didn't.
Oh,
Some
yeah.
intern read the book and gave you fucking cliff notes.
And then they'll be like, oh, yeah, no, I totally do.
Yeah, and
it's
this
like,
part about it was like great. Well, this dude, you could tell, never watched this show because I've watched this show. It's that Marvelous Miss Maisel,
Oh
Mrs.
yeah,
Maisel,
yeah. I've
Oh.
seen a little
called
bit
on
of that.
Amazon.
I've heard
So-
good things.
He's like, yeah, it's a great show, blah 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 blah, and he's like, the Marvelous Miss Maisel, and I was like, they say that name at least 150 times in that fucking show in 8 episodes. He would know how to pronounce Maisel. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
The Mrs.
right.
Maisel. And oh yeah, I love that show. You should watch it. I've watched them all. Bull fucking shit, you watched them all. Some intern was like, they're paying us to promote this. Fucking act like you know what it's up. Here, this is what it's about. Blah blah blah.
Right.
And this fucking dude's too drunk or dumb or doesn't give a fuck to like fucking even pronounce the name correctly. And that shit just pisses me off, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's funny.
that's my rant.
Colbert actually called himself out on mispronouncing a guest's name just the other night, where he,
Really?
well, what he did is like the guy came on. I can't remember what the last name was, but he then was like, okay, first off, how did I pronounce your name right? And he's like, oh yes, beautifully. He's like, okay, because the night before, in front of the live audience, when I rattle off the names of who's coming up next, and he's like, I know I've talked to you before. But when I saw the way your name is spelled in print, and he's like, well, I'll just air the clip. And like he airs the end credits from the night before. And he's one of those things where he's like, and Joey Kersopoulos or something, and like, so he like just showed that is like totally, you can see it in his face, like, burp.
Right.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah. I've definitely done that shit before. And
I'm sure
Oh,
you
yeah.
have.
well,
Yeah.
people don't say anything
Well-
until the end. Or now
Right.
I've learned to just like ask right up front to just be like, "Hey, is this how you say your name?" Because
Oh, yeah.
I mispronounce shit all the time, dude.
I'm a wedding DJ. I have to say fucking last name. Like that's the most important thing to get right.
So do you ask like right away?
Oh,
How
of
do you
course.
keep
Yeah,
track?
usually I get it phonetically in the contract. And for introducing the wedding party, I always just do first names, unless they insist on doing last names, because like doing everybody's first and last name and trying to get the pronunciations right, it's hard to get a flow.
So how do you manage that when you're fucking like half drunk You know,
Right?
because
being
I'm not
the
half.
DJ.
I'm not half drunk at that point. That's
I'm
usually
all the
either.
way drunk.
Yeah.
I'm fucking wasted.
No, I just ride my daily buzz. That's all at that point. But the
AKA blackout drunk.
yeah, I don't know how I do it. Do what I do. I just get good reviews. Um, but yeah, like it's one of those things where you just ask right away. But I've had where I know one wedding I had introduced a couple where I was like, Mr. and Mr. such and such. It's just like,
So what has been the hardest
Fire.
fucking name
oh, I
that you
can't.
had to fucking do?
I can't remember because by the time the wedding's done and I've rocked the house, I've erased all details other than the contract. Like
The hardest thing that I've ever had to do was I voiced like 10 books, but they were Indian based.
Oh, dude.
Like fucking, they were Indian based kids stories. And so I had to literally I would send him
like English pronunciation of Indian terms.
Oh no, it was Indian terms. Not terms, names of people.
Names are okay.
Like Parvati, you know what I mean? But it's spelled Parvathi.
Right.
But it's pronounced Parvati. You know what I mean? So I would say Parvati and like send it to him and he's like, no. And he would like have to send me back how it's pronounced. Yeah. And then I'd have to redo it. Like, and it was just name after name after fucking name like that. It was fucking ridiculous. And for the price I was getting paid, I should have just been like, fuck off.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I guess that's what you have to do. Yeah, that shit is fucking.
And now you're working at Fox.
Yeah, well, I remember when you were doing like the news reading shit. And like how critical people would be.
Oh, I've never been so ripped on when I pronounced fucking the Thames. Yeah. I pronounced that Thames because I don't know fucking what it's pronounced or how it's. I'm not fucking from England. You know what I mean?
Oh,
so it's spelled
the River Thames, yeah.
That's how it's fucking the Thames. So I said it and I put it out there, and these fucking British people, they were like ripping on the entirety of fucking America from just my one mispronunciation of the Thames. You know what I mean? They're like, that's like it is with fucking. And that's how it is with Americans. Just fucking. So they're so. What did they say? That he was like
stupid fucking.
They're
yanks.
So presumptuous that they can't even look up the pronunciation of it. And he's right. I should have.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? like goddamn, dude, chill the fuck out. Okay. You know what I'm talking about.
All right, I've got one for you that I just encountered because I'm finding that I'm terrible at pronunciation shit. Say the name Jeremy for me.
Jeremy?
Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy.
That's how I fucking say it, but I've been told that I say it like Jeremy, which sometimes I do, Jeremy.
Like Germy.
Yeah, but that's the Wisconsin accent.
Yeah. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like
the E is like a almost.
You know, my default is Jeremy. Jeremy.
Yeah, Jeremy.
Right.
Yeah.
And like on the East Coast though, people are just like, "Oh my god, you fucking suck."
Right.
You know, you're saying J.
Like say mirror.
Mirror.
Yeah. Like have you said it around somebody from out there?
What?
Have you said it around somebody from?
Not
have
mirror,
you said mirror?
No, not.
Okay. Look in the mirror.
Just say it. Say it one time.
Okay.
To somebody from Providence, because when I first said that to somebody from to Vampire, he was like, "What's a mirror?"
What?
Fucking mirror.
How would you say it?
Mirror.
Mirror.
That's they say roar. Mirror.
Really?
Mirror.
Because it's got the extra R. There's 2 R's in there.
Yeah. Mirror. So but around here we're just like a mirror.
Look in the mirror.
Right. Look in a mirror.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mirror.
It's just subtle fucking differences of the way they say shit.
Yeah, right. Well, they
But
say
that's funny because
I've got an idea.
idea, yeah. Marsh it.
Like that's a
Marsh
fucking
that
real.
idea out your head.
Oh my god, you're
Just
absolutely
say
right
there,
because
there, over there.
I just got beer in my sinuses. But you're absolutely right. Like, or China. Like, you listen to the BBC. It sounds like they say China.
China, yeah.
China.
Well, dude, if you
China.
want to hear a real Wisconsin, like straight up Wisconsin fucking accent, watch any goddamn press conference with Paul Christ, the football coach for the UW Badgers, for the football team.
Yeah.
Because I've had to do like fucking like pressers with him, and like they pick out sound bites that are 20 seconds long, but it could be in the middle of a sentence that they just want. So like, and he will not enunciate worth shit. This motherfucker like will just grind words together, and it's so hard to fucking stop it cleanly. You know what I mean? So I have that. I hate it. I hate that fucking cocksucker press conference.
It's funny.
Oh, them boys over there, they would do that. Down there playing real good and
Playing real good.
very, real good.
That sounds like Grant County boys.
I don't even know. He's from Prairie du Chien, I want to say.
Prairie du Chien? Oh yeah, it's in Grant County.
That's it. There you go.
That's where I grew up. Yeah.
yeah. It's from over there. Them boys are playing real good.
Good old boys.
Yeah.
Anyway, fuck. We're just sitting there babbling, huh?
Yeah.
That's our show, man.
That's
Teddy left. Teddy got so high.
He just walked away.
Just left.
Well,
Didn't say a
shit.
fucking word. He's probably passed
I
out.
don't have to work until 10 tomorrow. So what else can we talk about?
I don't know.
Yeah. Talk about. I was
Let's
just
have a symposium on gay rights.
Your mom. No. You know what? Actually, that would be funny. We go viral because we have this like super late end of like no one's listening to us. Blah blah blah. And we just start
Right.
talking RedEye report like about gay rights, and like one person watches that like gets super
Oracle,
offended.
pull up that video of that boat getting hit by that bigger boat. We could talk about that.
What the fuck
That
are
was
you
fucking
talking
awesome.
about?
You see that shit?
No.
Just type in
Ash.
just type in boat hit. It'll probably come up. It's pretty big
Boat
right now.
hit?
Boat
Really, dude?
hit. Yeah.
There was
It's like a fishing boat getting hit by a yacht. Or that
Boat
not a
hits
yacht,
fishing
but a big
boat.
fucking yeah.
All right.
Boat hit a fishing boat or something like that. Anyway, so
there's multiple angles, huh?
yeah.
Is this video fisherman leaf overboard being hit by
Yes.
incoming? All
Yeah.
All right.
So watch that
Oh,
shit.
wait, this is like some
if
other
anyone's checking
stream
it out.
thing.
Oh. Lame. So anyway, so this dude, he's 75. He's in a wheelchair. He was sitting down on his boat, and the boat is so big that he can't see over the fucking bow. Is at the front? Bow? I don't know. Can't see over the front. So he fucking comes barreling at these people, and I don't know how many miles an hour. He was hauling ass. And these fucking people are like, hey, stop. And they have to dive off the fucking boat, and this dude just fucking destroys it. Boom! Hits that shit full fucking speed. And now the people are suing him for $400,000. So I guess what I'm saying is that fishing boat is not worth $400,000, but they're suing for pain and suffering. Shut the fuck up. I mean, I know it sucks, but you had to dive off a boat.
Holy shit, that really fucked their boat up. Look at that.
Yeah, it did.
Well, you also gotta imagine too, like, you know what I'd be really pissed about? These kind of things happen. Sure, you don't die, but fucking A, like, I gotta buy a new phone. Like, my phone's fucked up. Like, lost my wallet. Gotta get new cards.
New pants and underwear because you shit the ones you had.
DMV, dude. Fuck that.
Deal with the DMV, dude. That's worth $50,000 right there. So anyway, yeah. What do you guys think about
It
that?
looks like
That's pretty crazy footage, man.
I
I mean,
didn't see the fucking right video. I didn't.
Really?
Here, hold on.
Ashtray, send him the link. He could just open it up on Facebook.
Yeah.
That's...
There's like 2 camera angles because they're like one of those.
They're doing a fishing show.
Yeah, they do a televised fishing show.
Yeah. So they had
You get it?
GoPros.
All right, yeah, I got it.
Damn though, look how much
Okay,
it
here we
tore
go.
that boat up.
Oh shit! Holy fuck! What
Yeah,
are they doing?
yeah. It's
Holy
intense,
shit.
dude.
Oh my god!
I love how they got their graphics on the screen too. Angling, let's fish.
Dude.
Sponsored by Onyx.
I'm telling you right now, they waited way too long to jump off that boat.
Yeah, right?
Because even if that guy did see him, he's going so fast, he's not stopping.
Wow, you can see like where the propeller fucking went in there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
Fuck
dude.
their shit up.
Crazy.
Wow.
Well, and that, you know what? That's probably their only boat. You know, it's like they make whatever enough money off of this fucking public access channel fishing show, or maybe it's just like it's like what they do during this certain part of the season.
Well, it could be, yeah, that they lost revenue and shit like that. That's maybe what they're suing them about, I guess.
There are a number of these. I gotta give them, you gotta give them credit for like, they're doing what they love, and also it's like, they're not so dumb that they can't actually produce a show. Even if it is public access. But some of these, they get sponsorships. But to get hit like that.
Ward 94
What'd he say?
said this channel is actually more interesting than most channels.
Something about my mom. I'll kill him.
Thanks, fucking Ashtray's mom.
Ashtray's mom.
Yeah, so anyway, in Milwaukee news, there was a kid that was shot yesterday to death. Because he got pulled over on the corner of was it 19th and Hawley, I think. Anyway, I've done this story so many fucking times that it's kind of hurt my retinas.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, this is a black kid in Milwaukee getting shot.
Yes. Yeah. Fucking wow. Really out there type of news. Huh?
Whoa.
So anyway,
yeah.
So he had no front license plate, so they tried to pull him over. Dude fucking pulled up into
for no front license plate? Are they real sticklers?
Well, no, he was black. That's
okay. You're right.
I'm sorry. Right. No, I don't have a front license plate, and I've never gotten pulled over. But I'm a fat white dude in a Mercury, so it doesn't matter. The young kid. But anyway, that's not negating the fact that the kid did have a gun. You know what I mean?
Oh, he did.
He fucking started firing at the cops.
Whoa!
They had to put him down. You know what I mean? But
yeah.
people are like, because they fired a lot of bullets. Like these people are like,
the cops.
Well, why did they have to shoot him so many times? Well, motherfucker, because he had a fucking gun. You know what I mean? Like they're making sure that he's going down.
Well, yeah, Milwaukee
same concept, Oracle, as if you were in the military. Do they care if you spend a few extra rounds to make sure the dude's dead? You know what I mean? Or down at least?
Well, that's the thing but the police, they have a different job than what the military was.
Right, yeah, they're not shooting to kill or shouldn't be.
But then again, if somebody had
hit him a dozen times,
whole different rules of engagement.
Right, but if somebody starts shooting a fucking gun, I mean, you got to go into survival mode.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
That's
you don't think about, oh no, what if I fire 5 bullets instead of 3?
Right. So, I don't know. I mean, in a case like that, hey, the fucking kid was shooting a gun, man.
Right. And honestly, that's what the cops say. There's no footage if he had a gun or not. Nobody witnessed it. You know what I'm saying?
No
So
dash camera.
I'm sure there is, but I'm sure there will be an investigation, and they don't release that shit until after it's all investigated and stuff. So there might be body cameras. I know just recently Milwaukee County made them all wear body cameras, so there has to be body camera or dash. So who knows? Maybe maybe they did just fucking start firing on this young dude.
Well, what's interesting is the was that in Detroit where the body cameras they caught a couple of those officers planting evidence? Baltimore, that's right. Where because the fucking idiots they didn't remember that the cameras record for 30 seconds before or after you push your on or off button. And so
Baltimore's fine right there.
Yeah. But it's interesting to show how it will catch them and their wrongdoings, but it's such a limited perspective, and it could easily get blocked especially if they're scuffling or fighting on the ground with someone.
Right. Yeah.
If anyone who works with video will realize that it'll be really hard to tell what the hell's going on at all.
Oh yeah.
You can't tell if he reached for that officer's gun or not.
Right.
Yeah.
It's too close.
So another, speaking of dashboard or body cameras, there's a story in Brown Deer last night. This dude was running from cops in a car. It was like a little fucking smart car or something.
Like an e-car.
It wasn't a smart car, but it was a little bit bigger than one. It was like a fucking, one of those little tiny fucking...
Like a little Honda or something.
Yeah, just a little car. And
what's the Italian ones?
So he's a Fiat. Yeah, it was about the size of a Fiat or a Mini, to be honest with you. Yeah. So, but there's a part in the news tonight when they made us edit it the way that they said it was he narrowly missed hitting 2 police officers. Dude, that dude was 6 feet away doing 20 miles an hour.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, he was going down the wrong fucking side of the road. In a busy ass area, but he wasn't it was no high speed. There wasn't high speed nothing about that was high speed.
So were they chasing him the wrong way too, down the road?
Yeah, they were just trying to get him to stop, basically.
That's so funny. I wonder if you thought I'm small enough that I'll try to outmaneuver the cops.
Right.
What was that movie? Italian Job?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They fucking had that chase scene or whatever.
Right.
They had the little cars.
No, it wasn't intense like that. the way that we had to edit it, they wanted us to make it look, intense.
Okay, so here's a question for you. So a year ago, there were a lot of fucking things about police shootings, and there were riots and stuff happening in the streets, and that seems anyway. It's not reported in the media as much as it was. What do you think is going on there? Do you think those incidents are not happening as much, that the police need to watch themselves closer? Or is the media shifting? Or, how do you feel?
What was the first part of that question?
So the police shootings on unarmed black men a year ago, 2 years ago, fucking blowing the fuck up.
Oh, right.
And now we don't hear those stories anymore.
Good question.
I think honestly that the media may not be reporting it as much because I don't think it's not as sensationalized as it once was. Trump's tweet storm is more sensational than fucking 4 black kids that died in Chicago or shit like that. And I just read something tonight. That kid that was killed is the 58th police officer involved shooting in 2018. 18 days. 50, not just in Milwaukee, across the nation. Dude. But 58th.
Dude.
In 18 days.
That's fucking crazy.
2.5 weeks. Man. Yeah.
There's fucking story today in Madison about some guy fucking pulled over. He was a passenger driving like with some woman who was like drunk or something, and she in the wintry conditions fucking drives her car, rear ends this poor bastard just waiting to turn on a red light, and that car also hits the car in front of them waiting, and so it creates this like 3-car accident, and this fucking guy gets out, and they're like, oh, he was acting a little suspicious, and then they told him to sit down on the sidewalk next to the vehicle, and he then like stood up, and like ploop, fucking pistol drops out of his sweatpants, and
Wait, did they have 3 kids in the car?
I can't remember if I don't think they had 3
I remember
kids.
a story about some dude like that. They had 3 kids in the car. He was like just drinking a 40 while they were arguing. Like him and his wife were arguing, and she was all fucked up too. She ended up hitting like a median and fucking the car all up or something. They had 3 little kids in the car with them, dude.
It's terrible.
That's just the most ridiculous shit. That is the worst parenting I have ever heard of. I mean, it's only to be topped by the dude who just got sentenced today, Zebrick, to a year in prison and then like 5 years probation. He overdosed in a fucking car with his 2 kids in the back, an 8-year-old and a 5-year-old. The 8-year-old saved his life by calling 911.
Wow.
And part of his punishment is he has to listen to the 911 call of his fucking 8-year-old son crying that his dad is dead every week for the next 6 years.
Wow.
Like he has to go to a probation office and listen to it.
That's fucking.
That's
on point, man. That the judge
Yeah.
that fucking said that's good shit. That's really good.
That was in Milwaukee as well.
Yeah, and the call, dude. I mean, I almost cried. Just listen to this kid, like, "Hey, Dad, you won't move. I don't know what's wrong." Well, what a smart kid, though. You know what I mean? Like that's
right.
An 8-year-old.
Yeah,
to
right,
have to be able to do that. I don't know. Whatever. It's fucked up, man. Right on. Well.
Yeah,
that's about it for the old
probably
inaugural RedEye Report
Yep.
video episode.
Packing some shit.
Teddy abandoned us.
Right.
Like the fucking
son of a bitch,
cocksucker he is.
Oh, you know
he
what?
He won't even remember this.
Dorothy A. Klebenstein. She died.
What?
Who's that?
It's an obituary under Channel 3000.
Her name is Klebenstein. But you have robot
best name
fucking
ever.
tits.
I think it's how you pronounce it. Klebenstein.
I don't know, man.
Here, I'm posting it right now.
Oh, Klebenstein.
She kind of looks like, almost like Toxic Avenger, how one eye's higher than the other.
Oh my god.
Poor old woman.
Jesus, man. She just died.
I know.
You insensitive fuck.
It's news that the digital community should know if they're still watching. How many people are watching us?
All right, well, let me bring this shit up.
Can you tell how many people are watching us?
Probably.
I don't think it's that accurate. It says 10,000.
10,000.
Yeah, right.
Oh, yeah, she's all fucked up, dude.
Yeah, look at her.
Oh, no.
Poor old woman, I'm sure she was a saint. Is she from Platteville? That's my home county.
We should not be doing this.
As she's from your hometown, she's probably your grandma's friend.
Hey, it's not like we posted a link online to the chat.
Some chick from Wisconsin Rapids won fucking Wheel of Fortune tonight.
No shit.
Yeah. Amanda something. She's a big girl. I don't know what that has to do with her.
She's a big girl. Like It's like she's been dreaming about this, and like she's finally grown up, and she's now like fucking. She's a big girl now, or big
They catch her backstage trying to
fat
sniff fucking,
motherfucker.
trying to sniff Vanna's panties.
So can any one of us?
Dude, her eyes are all fucked up. Wow, why are you making me look at this?
Stop fucking
She's
looking
got, like,
at it.
rat
Don't look
teeth,
at it, Chris.
like rat teeth almost.
Chris
Oh my
doesn't have
God,
the link. Did you send it? Did
No,
you
I
send it
didn't
to the
send a
chat?
fucking link.
You should.
You gotta respect the fucking
You're right.
dead.
You're right.
You
You're
don't want to
right.
be. Who's that Japanese forest guy?
You're right. Bad karma.
Oh yeah,
You're right. You're right.
Fuck. I
Um,
made my kids stop watching him.
what? Logan Paul?
Yeah, that's his name.
You know what? If we rag on him, we'll get all kinds of super internet popularity. That seems to be. There was actually. There was one
Yeah, that
video.
was PewDiePie, who is
Yeah.
the biggest fucking streamer.
Oh, there was some other
Yeah, but
guy
that
who made.
started. Didn't he fucking like just start saying fucking the N-word and shit?
Who? PewDiePie?
PewDiePie, yeah.
You know, I never watched any of his stuff either. I don't know what happened with his. He got like a show canceled, right?
You know what? Fuck it. He said nigger. I'm just gonna say it.
There you go. You know what?
That's how ballsy we are on the RedEye report.
Well,
PewDiePie said nigga.
it's all in context.
What, dude? I could say I'm not making fun of anybody. I'm just
Teddy's
it's a
asleep.
word.
That's what I'm saying. It's the context.
Teddy's
It's not just
asleep.
the
I'm
word.
not even calling Teddy that. I'm just.
I know. I'm kidding. Anyways,
It'd be like if I
Logan
called you a
Paul.
wop.
Logan.
But you're not Italian, so.
I don't know. Wop. You know that song? Never mind.
No.
Anyway.
What? Thought you were having a seizure.
Fuck no.
This is I was like wop. I'd have to look it up. Anyways, yes. I'll probably find it, and this music video will probably be ridiculous. But
I don't want to know.
hey, it's better than sharing the
was
link
that
for
the one where the dude's falling through the ceiling or something? Like breaking through?
No, that's turned down for what? Yeah, that was from way back. Yeah, what?
Right. Is the tab on your can turned?
The tab on my can.
Yeah, the little opening thing. Hold it up. Yes, it is.
The tab on my can is not turned.
That's so I don't accidentally.
I am not a hipster.
No, I turn it so I know this is my beer.
Yeah, because
you're sitting alone with
open
fucking
beer.
3 cats.
Right.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to know what happens when you take touchies. Fucking freaks out.
All right, we're getting stale here, guys.
Hold on, let me see if this says that.
Oh my god.
Yeah, this is it.
How long have we been streaming?
I don't fucking know.
Oracle's getting drunk.
Right? What are we doing?
What are we doing?
This is a really bad
I don't
video.
know.
What is this dumbass shit?
It's interesting tracking that they do nowadays with music videos.
We should not be watching this. That's fucking dumb.
Why? Bad influence?
No, it's
Slow
fucking
ride?
stupid.
Because you gotta get to the chorus to understand what I was doing.
All right.
No way.
Where's the chorus?
I'm not watching this. I don't give a
Right,
fuck.
right now, like go to 1 minute 40 seconds.
Yeah, I got it.
See, this is the type of shit you gotta play.
Yeah,
shit.
sometimes. Yeah, when they want it.
I'm out. I wouldn't do it. I'd be like, I don't have that song.
Hey man, give people what they want. How you get paid?
Give the people what they want. Yeah, that is how you get paid.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us have morals.
Yeah, or work at Fox News.
Oh, Actually, I got yelled at tonight because I showed too much drug use in a fucking package. Or like, I don't know what the package was before,
Like, did you do?
but they
like,
just wanted me to cut out welfare recipients, like people using Quest cards. Then all of a sudden, there's like heroin, people shooting up heroin and shit in this package. So I don't know what it
Like-
was from before, but they just wanted like a certain footage out of it, but they didn't specifically say that. So I just kind of
You
threw it all in there.
You basically
threw
did
some
like
drug
you
use.
made a sequel
Yeah.
for Requiem for a Dream.
Yes, pretty much. Yeah, it's like people fucking not actually shooting the heroin,
And
but pulling it into a
and-
needle off of a fucking spoon and like shit like that. Yeah,
The fuck?
strapping up with tourniquet on their arm. She's like, can you recut this and take out all the drug use?
End to
I was
end,
like,
gotta
"Oh,
follow.
shit. Sorry about that."
Gets them every time.
Yeah,
Oh man,
Goddamn ridiculous.
fucking glorious.
like goddamn ridiculous.
So wait a second. You were supposed to do a video about people using like a fucking, like a food stamp card.
Yeah, so here's the deal. So the story was about Governor Walker today saying that he wanted tougher restrictions on fucking welfare recipients, and that includes work restrictions. No, but let me explain.
So, okay,
work
okay.
restrictions, using Quest food cards and shit like that. So what the producer did was just searched our database for Quest card, or like saw footage about something that Governor Walker talked about before. But what that package was talking about was probably like the opioid crisis or something, right? So they
Correct.
didn't notice that drug use was in the package.
Yeah.
So when they said just use this package, it didn't specifically tell me not to put the fucking heroin addicts in it.
Oh my god.
I was like, boom, I'll just put the heroin addicts in it.
right? That's
Fucking-
compelling, man.
Because I'm busy
Yeah.
and I don't have fucking time to search through this fucking 45 fucking minutes worth of shit you gave me, right? So then, so
So is
after
it like
aired,
a long video you just scrub through and find clips to put in?
kinda, yeah. It's just file footage, you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
somebody cut it before to match the script that they had. Well, my script talked about fucking welfare recipients, drug users and shit like that. So I put it in there.
Awesome.
You know what I mean? But they didn't want specifically people shooting up needles and shit. So sorry, my bad. Nobody watches the 6 o'clock news anyway. Give me a fucking
Yeah,
break.
they do.
That's-
A lot of
Do
people.
do they? Is that a popular one? I don't know.
Oh yeah, that's when everybody comes home from work. I watch 6 o'clock news.
Do you?
Old
all
man
right.
Ashtray does. Yeah.
That's fucking great. Okay, so when they reject that shit, like what happens then?
Oh, they didn't reject it. That went out on air.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
she comes back at like
And she's like,
6:25 and like she's
So-
like, "Hey, could you recut this?" And I was like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "Yeah, it's got some like intravenous drug use that we don't need in that package." And I was like, "Oh shit, my bad."
Okay, so when
she's-
the anchors are talking about it, do they have a monitor where they see what they're
Yeah,
talking
yeah.
about?
yeah.
Yeah.
So-
So yeah,
Yeah, so they get to see.
Yep.
They don't get any control over it, what comes up in front of them, but they get to see what happens.
yeah.
That's pretty great.
And then they're attached.
So I mean, I could literally just, if I wanted to quit, like if I was quitting one day,
You can put a big penis.
like I could just put a big like "Go fuck yourself, Mary," like graphic right in the middle of this package, and she'd have to, while she was reading, try not to fucking react to that. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
you
On
know
air.
that
I'd get
happens.
fired.
That happens
Oh, yeah.
every
Oh, I bet.
day.
Well, yeah, there's
In
people. Don't you see
America.
those ones that they post where it's like some dude was like irate about his job, and he was the fucking dude that did the supers at the bottom of the screen? You know what I mean? Like Mitch McConnell can't get an erection without hurting a homeless person. You know what I
Right,
mean? You
right,
know
right.
that dude got fired. He was like,
Right.
"Fuck it, I'm out."
Wait, is that the prompter at the bottom?
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the supers, yeah.
That's
And actually,
funny.
that's the editors that do that. We do that. The director just plays it. at certain times. So like we have to fill out all the supers.
Oh, you do that too?
Yeah.
Nice.
That's why people get so they think we just slap shit onto a fucking
Yeah.
into a software and export it. Like, man, there's a lot of shit you have to go through.
Fuck
Fucking,
it, man.
and
Just
they're always like,
set up
"Oh, well,
Skype,
you should
man.
have enough time. You got 4 minutes." I'm like, dude, it takes fucking 3 to download it. I
Yeah.
can't make my computer fucking go any faster. Like when they used to call Pizza Hut, "Oh, can you make that faster?" No, dude, the oven cooks at
Yeah.
a certain temperature. I can't just like turn
There are
up the fucking heat,
limitations.
buddy.
You know what I think would be a big hit? If you guys did like a claymation fucking thing. Like those like Christmas specials things that they did?
Yeah, okay. Like stop motion.
Yeah. That would be a fucking big
Rudolph,
hit.
the red-nosed reindeer style,
Right.
Frosty.
Like reenact the news using that.
Yeah.
Like once
Like
a
just-
week.
My God, Oracle. Yeah, I don't know about that shit. It is funny though when you're watching it and like the sound goes all weird. Like yesterday, the sound went echoey. Like a mic, I think their lav mics went out, so it was just the sound from either the booms or the camera mics.
Yeah, you hear that every once in a while. You're watching the news.
Yeah. Or a light goes out, and all of a sudden, like the left side of both of their faces looks like fucking, fucking like that fucking Schmeagol
Drama.
shit from Lord of the Rings.
Lighting.
Like they're like talking, but the right side of their face is like, "Hey, Patches," because it's all dark and shit.
Kind of what happens at Fox News.
It is.
All right.
Anyway, well, that's our show, man. The RedEye Report. Make sure all
Bullshit.
10,000 of you fucking cocksuckers come back next week.
Yeah, they're probably all bots.
And I guess let's pick a goddamn city. Go fuck yourself, Des Moines, Iowa.
Des Moines, Iowa.
That's our show. Make sure you join the conversation at theredeyereport.com. We're also streaming, so we stream to Mixer. What else, Oracle? What do we stream to?
We're on Mixer, Twitch, YouTube. I think we're on Periscope as well.
Word.
Yeah.
Nice.
Mixer, Twitch, YouTube,
I
and
don't know
Periscope.
half of those.
Yeah, me neither. We're old. It doesn't matter. So watch us on something like that. Listen to us on our website, www.theredeyereport.com, or YouTube, Facebook. We don't do Twitter.
We've got a Twitter.
We do Twitter.
Yeah,
now,
we did
apparently.
do
Shit, my
Twitter
bad.
now. I think
Really? It's a new Twitter.
RedEye_report.
RedEye_report.
Yeah.
Like the one you get to work.
Because I can't remember the password for the good one that we already own.
Yeah, we have literally had, this is our third or fourth Twitter.
We've probably
we just keep changing the
taken
names
all of the good
we've
usernames.
forgotten
Yeah.
every fucking password that we've had.
Forever
So,
locked and lost.
holy shit.
Fuck
All
it.
right. Anyway, that's our show.
Peace.
Peace.